Hello, good day everyone. My name is 𝐏𝐨𝐻𝐵 and I will be the fourth reporter from our group in continuation to the topic Strategy Review, Evaluation, and Control, and I am assigned to discuss to you about the characteristics of an effective evaluation system and contingency planning. Okay, as we all know that strategic management process generates decision. That is why the evaluation strategy is vital for the well-being of the company or the organization. And now the question is it really important to evaluate? Yes, because evaluation is the process that critically examines the program wherein it includes collecting and analyzing information. So by developing and implementing strategy evaluation, it has many benefits that will help the organization. And in relation to that, strategy evaluation must meet several basic requirements to be effective, and these are the characteristics. Okay, first is the strategy evaluation activities must be economical. Too much information can be just as bad as too little information. So meaning to say that the process should not be made unnecessarily elaborate and incurs too much cost and evaluation itself. Also, it is better to include those things that are only necessary with a minimum amount of time, resources, and efforts. The second strategy evaluation activity must be meaningful. They should specifically relate to a firm's objectives. There should be a clear focus and no ambiguity. An evaluation should have its purpose and significance. So say for example, in Bukidnon State University, we always abide in our mission, vision, quality policy, and core values. Another example is that if you want to have a family vacation, you should have an assurance to plot a map to your destination. Same with, if you want your business to develop and grow, then you have to define the purpose and set objectives. The third strategy evaluation activities should provide timely information. On occasion and some areas, managers may daily need information. The evaluation process should conform to a proper time dimension for control and information retrieval or dissemination. Time dimension of control should coincide with the time span of the activity or the implementation phase. Also, information on developments or feedback should be timely to make evaluation and control more appropriate. Aside from that, it is something that it's been done in a timely manner. Accurate information is what corporate executives are in need to make appropriate decisions. Okay, the fourth strategy evaluation should be designed to provide true picture of what is happening. The objective of evaluation is not fault finding. Sometimes, performance may be overshadowed by external factors or the environment. So say for example, in a certain business, even if your employees and managers are actually working hard, but still your business has low sales, low productivity, and the profitability ratios may drop alarmingly, the management must still inform its employees about what is really the status of the establishment. This is somewhat related being transparent or transparency of the company. Okay, the fifth strategy evaluation process should facilitate action and should be directed to those individuals in the organization. In other words, to facilitate action is to make it easier or more likely to happen. And as a manager, you must observe being an action-oriented rather than information-oriented. And in an organization, by putting words into actions, it helps to create solutions especially in tackling complex problems, whether about people, groups, and corporation. Okay, one example that I could share to you is by conducting monthly meeting in an office. If a certain organization has a target to accomplish, then there are tasks that should be assigned to employees wherein results or outputs are expected. The sixth one is the strategy evaluation process should not dominate decisions, should foster mutual understanding, trust, and common sense, meaning that all functional and operational areas should cooperate with each other in evaluating and controlling strategies. Aside from that, in an organization, since you're working as a team, then you will let other people to speak. You have to consider unique perspective to benefit the overall business because a diverse team of people can contribute individual ideas. And as they say, a team that works well together can succeed together and produce great results. The last strategy evaluation should be simple, not too cumbersome and not too restrictive, meaning to say that it is about being simple yet achievable. It is better than in evaluating strategies in organization, it is easily understood or can be presentable with no difficulty. Because complex strategy evaluation systems often confuse people and accomplish little. Anyway, the test of an effective evaluation system is about usefulness, not its complexity. Okay, let's now go to contingency planning. Contingency planning can be defined as an alternative plans that can be put into effect if certain key events do not occur as expected. The second definition, it plays a significant role in business continuity, risk, management, and disaster recovery. Then the third definition, it's also known in names such as Plan B, Backup Plan, and Disaster Recovery Plan. A good strategic management is how the firm or the establishment deal with the unfavorable and favorable events before they occur. But on the other hand, no matter how we carefully formulated and implemented strategies, we can never avoid unforeseen events such as the natural disasters or even the arrival of foreign competitors. But the thing that we must do is how to minimize potential threats. That's why organizations should develop their contingency plan. And contingency plans that are commonly established by firms are the following. Number one scenario, if a major competitor withdraws from particular markets as intelligence reports indicate, what actions should our firm take? Okay, competitors is a rival company in the same industry. So basically, the firms should take a look into their current operations, develop business strategies, and improve business decisions. And number two, if our sales objectives are not reached, what actions should our firm take to avoid profit losses? So possible that they improve their marketing strategy like promotion, advertising, pricing, and to value also the customers as well. Number three, if demand for our new product exceeds plans, what actions should our firm take to meet the higher demand? So the company might increase production to meet demand or in case to hire additional employees and negotiate suppliers of products in order to meet the customer service expectation. Okay, aside from that, we have another scenario. Okay, number 4 scenario, if certain disasters occur, such as destruction of manufacturing facilities due to earthquakes, hurricanes, what actions should our firm take? I am sure that we can all relate to this kind of situation on how businesses cope up if earthquakes, floods may occur, and by that, possible that facilities and equipments could be damaged. employees might be unable to go to work, in which it has a powerful impact of business survival. So how should a business respond to this kind of scenario? Another one, if a new technological advancement makes our new product obsolete sooner than expected, what actions should our firm take? Okay, so this is about modern technologies such as the mobile phones, computers, and other gadgets in which the business firms must adopt new level of technologies in order to stay and continue to provide the demands in the market. So again, these are the firm's bases to establish their plans. And since we're talking about this, I will show you an example of how a particular establishment formulated their contingency plans. This example is in line with manufacturing. For example, the risk is a large number of employees who are sick. So meaning, employees are unable to go to work for their scheduled shift. And of course, if this happens, it could possibly hamper the manufacturing operations of the company. And the probability for that is high, in which the company must take an immediate action. And the preparation for that, the manufacturing company will going to consider, number one, to develop a call tree for asking workers to come in for an unscheduled shift. Of course, with the help of the supervisors to identify who are those employees that are needed to come for the job. And the second one is develop an incentive plan for taking unscheduled shifts. Or they will going to come up with an additional pay for those employees who are rendered their services so that they will be more motivated to do the job. Next is the response. Number one, immediately call employees to request they come in for an unscheduled shift. So by this, a number of employees must replace those people who are not on duty just to continue the workflow, especially if they are in production team. Then second, modify the production process for a smaller shift. So the company must come up with a strategy on how they are going to manage their production with a smaller number of employees otherwise if needed. And by that, we can say how important it is to create a contingency plans for us to immediately respond to certain events that may occur. For my next slide, we have the effective contingency planning that involves various step process. Number one is to identify both beneficial and unfavorable events that could possibly derail the strategies. So for you to come up with an effective contingency plans, you have to identify what are the possible causes that may hamper strategies in the organization, both the advantages and disadvantages. In this way, we will know if your contingency plans are effective or not. Number two, specify trigger points. Calculate about when contingent events are likely to occur. So say for example for this is the weather condition. If in case you are planning for an outdoor events, so you must plan adequate shelter or venue for you to still continue the said event in spite of the bad weather condition. The third one is assess the impact of each contingent event. So this is how you're going to estimate the potential benefit or harm of each contingent event. So you have to weigh the situation, what are the possible outcome for the plan. Say for example, if you have to reschedule an event due to bad weather condition, so you must offer a refund to customers. You have to think about the expenses incurred during the event. Okay, number four, develop contingency plans. Be sure that contingency plans are compatible with current strategy and are economically feasible. So choose the most effective and efficient methods and tasks aligned with the objectives of the organization, or you may conduct some research and collect information. Number 5, assess the counter impact of each contingency plan. Estimate how much each contingency plan will capitalize on or cancel out its associated contingent event. Doing this will quantify the potential value of each contingency plan. This is also related on how you're going to weigh the situation, whether the plan is effective or is it useful or not. Again, let me give you an example. If a machine breaks down, the probability for that is, of course, it is high. So you have to come up with some preparations like that particular machine should undergo rapid maintenance and ensure backup with another machine not to hamper the operation. So by that, the company has the ability to create an immediate action. Number 6, determine early warning signals for key contingent events. So monitor the early warning signals. So this is about setting emergency policy, setting up emergency system including staffing, training people in emergency management, and delegating emergency responsibilities. Also, this is about making sure that people are all aware about the precautionary measures to take if in case there are some unforeseen events happen. So I guess that ends my presentation about my report, the characteristics of an effective evaluation system and contingency planning. So here are my references, the ebook that Ma'am Joyce gave us, and some other references so that I can give you some examples or elaborate more my topic. Thank you everyone for listening. Have a good day.